This is my 2001 Honda Insight, and today I'm going to give you a detailed tour of its many quirks and quarks. I mean, quirks and features. Are there even any CBC radio listeners who are going to get that reference? Anyways, before I get started, be sure to check out Cars and Squids, Cars with Bibs, Cars in Cribs. Be sure to check out Cars and Fibs, my new enthusiast car auction website where you just lie about the value and condition of your car and see if someone's going to buy it or not. I don't know. One of the most obvious quirks of this car is the styling. It just looks weird. I mean, if you ask me, from the front, it doesn't look that different from any other Honda from this era, but the rear, it definitely looks a little strange. But with these wheel covers and just this kind of weird looking rear end, it's a strange looking car. This car makes its power from a massive 995cc 3-cylinder, with a little bit of help from an electric battery in the rear. All of that power gives this car 365 pounds of cargo capacity, including the driver. So you can't really move much with this car. You can't hardly move two people. So what about these rear tire covers? They must be an absolute pain to get off. Well, not so much actually. And you know, this is kind of like removing a convertible top, so let me show you.
Congratulations!
There's not a lot of space in the back of the Insight, but there is a secret way to get a little bit extra storage space back here. Let me show you. Now, one thing you might notice that is missing from this hatch is a way to release it from the inside. So you better hope that you don't get kidnapped in the back of a 2001 Honda Insight, because you'll have no way of releasing the hatch. Not that, you know, it would take a lot of effort to get to where the driver is, but still, a little bit of an oversight. Are you wondering what this thing is? So was I. I actually only just learned today what this is for. This is what you use to tether baby seats to. So if you wanted to carry a child in the passenger seat of your Insight, you could tether the baby seat to this. These little vents, they get air to the battery so that it can stay cool. There's an additional vent for the battery up here right in behind the passenger seat. So probably better not to have a passenger in order to have ventilation going to the battery. When you open up the driver's door or the passenger's door, you'll see that Insight is proudly stamped on the door jamb, just reminding you what it is that you're driving. It also says Insight on the footrest. Not that this is stock, this was put in by the previous owner and they were incredibly proud of it. One thing you might notice that's missing from the driver's door are window controls. There's no manual window rollers, and this just locks and unlocks the doors. It doesn't open the windows. So where are the window controls? Well, they're right here. And it's super handy. It's such an amazing place for them. I don't know why more cars don't do this, honestly. It's awesome. You're driving along, you just reach right there. You can roll the windows down. More cars should do this. Right in this vicinity, there's also this FCD button. To be quite honest with you, I don't really understand what it does. All I know is that when I press it, it gives me a slightly worse fuel economy reading. So I tend not to press it. As you can see, this is reading in kilometers per hour and liters per 100 kilometers. That's not what everybody wants. So if you push this little button right here that says MPH, KMH, it'll swap you between miles per hour and kilometers per hour. Unfortunately, the connection kind of sucks. So you really need to like push it for a long time and kind of wiggle it around until eventually maybe it will swap over to miles per hour. Let's give it another try. Come on, please. There we go. So see, now it's reading in miles per gallon and miles per hour. But yeah, I tend to just leave it in kilometers per hour because that's what I use. And also the button connection just kind of sucks. Like, look at this. It takes forever to swap back and forth. This is probably something I should fix, but you know, geez, are we gonna get back to kilometers per hour here? Come on. Any minute now. Any day.
Eventually.
There we go. Okay. Thank God. Finally. Interestingly enough, the speed reading is actually up by about 3 to 4 kilometers per hour from the factory. So, I don't know, always just drive a little bit faster than you think you need to, I guess. One of the biggest quirks of this car is right here, and that is this manual transmission. This is a hybrid car with a manual transmission. That's pretty cool. That's not very common. And it makes this way more efficient than the model with the CVT. Well, as long as you know how to drive it. You'll notice here that this car has a tape deck, but there's also this button here to swap over to CDs. But this car doesn't have a CD changer. These cars basically had two options. You could get them with AC and with a CD changer. And whoever bought this car decided to get AC, but not the CD changer. And quite frankly, I'm a little upset about that because I would have much rather had the CD changer than AC. I mean, I basically never use AC because when you have it on, you take a huge hit in fuel economy. The owner's manual practically tells you not to even use AC, and the auto stop start feature doesn't work when you have AC on. So I just leave AC off unless I absolutely need it, but I mean, that's pretty rare. While we're in the owner's manual, there's one other kind of interesting thing in here. Let's see, where is it? And that's in the maintenance schedule. Canadian owners, follow the maintenance schedule for severe conditions. How severe do they think it is in Canada? These sun visors suck. You put them down and they block the majority of the windshield, but because of this little curve here, sunlight still gets through, so they really don't do much other than make it so that you can't see. Well, before we wrap things up, I'm going to pass you over to Mr. DeMuro. So if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf for the Nintendo 3DS handheld family of systems.
Eat the rich.